Bruce Timm, born on February 5th, 1961, Oklahoma, a self-taught, having never received any formal art schooling, an American artist, character designer, animator, and actor, a contributor to DC Comics and DC Animated Universe. He previously worked on Steven Spielberg's Tiny Toon Adventures. In his early career in 1981, he was a part of Lou Scheimer's Filmation animated studio, as a layout artist and character designer for Black Star, He-Man, and She-Ra, Princess of Power. Remember, Saturday morning cartoons were more realistic, and were still censored. We started to get Ren and Stimpy, The Simpsons, and the Rugrats, but there still wasn't a lot of variety out there yet. Bruce Timm's Batman the Animated Series broadcasted in 1992 on Warner Brothers. It was ranked by Wizard Magazine second greatest animated television show of all time, after The Simpsons. The series led to 4 Emmy Award winnings, including Outstanding Animated Program, and was only one of the few that changed animation in the 90s. The Warner Brothers studio at the time were not like the studios today, where we digitally have millions of colors to choose from. Back then, they only had a couple hundred colors, and only had so much to work with. Both Ranipsky and Timm combined their visions and wanted to bring a new style to the playing field, different from the old Batman or Superman style of animation. The overall tone was set at nighttime, so it was really dark, and they tried to light it in a way that would instigate shadows and muted tones. But how does Timm go about this? Timm's minimalistic, angular style is heavily based on his love of the 1950s and 1960s era comics. The 1950s art style was abstract expressionism, influenced the many art practices worldwide like modern sculpture, pop art, neo-dada, art informal, and lyrical abstraction. He also was really into Art Deco, 1960s, and his distinguishing features include simple, clean shapes and geometric style from representational form. Art Deco was the birth of pop art and postmodern movements, and the reminiscence of Art Deco was bold, bright colors and angular geometric designs. Both the 1950s and the Art Deco style had moods of optimism and helpfulness. But Batman is a mysterious figure who floats in the shadows. He shouldn't be as chipper as the Saturday morning cartoons. So what did Timm do? He took these styles and broke the rules with the extensive use of black and other very dark colors in the show to make it look like a dark deco. There was a concern of overall darkness from the audience, but that was the point Timm was trying to get across. Batman sneaks in the shadows. He's mysterious. He's wearing a black outfit. So you could see it in the overall background, with the overall design, just blacker things, and it took a more violent take than other shows. Timm decided to base most of the look of the pilot on Max Fleischer's Superman cartoon shorts from the 1940s, particularly in its deep shadows, angular character design, minimalist backgrounds, and Art Deco style. You can see the Art Deco and minimalist style in the show. There are very few colors used, a ton of black, and so much is said with so little. Bruce Timm's brooding Batman representation remained throughout film and media. His popularity skyrocketed. There was more Batman marketing, comics, and endless tellings of his story. His villains were even memorable and lovable. Batman is enjoyable for all ages and is a living legacy to all. Bruce Timm's Batman the Animated Series broadcasted in 1992 on Warner Brothers. It was ranked by Wizard Magazine second greatest animated television show of all time, after The Simpsons. The series led to 4 Emmy Award winnings, including Outstanding Animated Program, and was only one of the few that changed animation in the 90s.